Hi everybody, welcome to this edition of 5 Minute Finances. My name is Kyle Davis with Integrity Financial Group, and today you might notice that we don't have any of the fancy graphics and green screen and whatnot, but that's okay. I think this is good too. It's a little more off the cuff, which a lot of times can be very valuable. I wrote a blog article a while back, and it really stuck with me as being, pretty pertinent. I got some good feedback on it. It was called The Top 5 Financial Blunders for Young Adults. I think this one is very, very important. If you haven't read it, at least watch this video, because a lot of what I do is focus on younger folks who are in their, working years, who have a unique opportunity. An opportunity to start on the right track and develop good habits now so that things are just easier as time goes on. Because think about it. If you have time on your side, things are naturally going to be easier when it comes to financial planning. It's easier to save, it's easier to make small changes a little bit at a time as opposed to anything drastic, and it will help you save tens of thousands of dollars in the long run. So, let's get started. This is based on my blog article, Top 5 Financial Blunders for Young Adults. Number 5, filet mignon tastes, ramen noodle budget. And you know what I'm talking about too. It's very, very easy to have access to all of these great luxury items, especially food. I mean, how simple is it to go and have that extra lunch out, or that extra effortless dinner that you didn't have to cook? I mean, I'm in a major metropolitan area, so here around Orlando, very simple to go out and find what you want. So just be conscious. If you could bag a lunch for $2 or $3 for the same $10 it would cost you to go out with your coworkers, over time, that can be a lot of money. Treat it as exactly that, a treat. Look forward to it. For example, my wife and I, we decided a long time ago that we were only going to go out together, out to eat, once a week. Not only do we look forward to it more, but it's more special. It's more of a treat than just something we can get any time. And you would not believe the money it saves us. It's really kind of staggering. Brings us to number 4. Misunderstanding big ticket payments. And this is very, very important to understand what I'm saying here. Many of us think just because we have the monthly cash flow to support a purchase, that means we can afford it. That is simply not the case. Oh, pardon my phone. Client call. Hey, Andy. I'm good. Can I call you right back? Give me 5 minutes. Thanks, man. Gotta love it. Let me turn the phone on silent. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Understanding big ticket purchases, just because you have the money to afford the monthly does not necessarily mean you can afford the purchase. What do I mean by that? We are actually spending our future away to get what we want today. We get what we want, but we have effectively pre-spent the money that, 1, we have not earned, and 2, we will not have access to later either. So if you think about that 50 or 60 inch flat screen that you bought 4 or 5 years ago when it was brand new and cost you $2 or $3 grand, what would that money be worth today if you had not spent it on that item? Lordy, it's a busy day here. One moment. Hey, Todd. How you doing, man? You're on YouTube right now. I'm not kidding you. Just wait. You'll see what I mean. Let me call you right back in 5 minutes. Thanks, bud. He's gonna know what I'm talking about later, too. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. If you had been able to put that money away, what would it be worth today? That's something you have to ask yourself. Just because we can afford the monthly doesn't necessarily mean we can afford the item. You need to be aware of the real implications of what this means and how you're actually spending your future away. All right. Number 3, no savings. This is very, very huge. A lot of people, it may seem obvious that we need to have an emergency fund sitting there, but did you know you could end up paying double duty for purchases if you don't have one? Let me explain. If you can't pay cash for a purchase, what do you have to do? You have to finance. You have to go into debt. You're going to end up paying more for that same purchase than if you were able to pay for it in cash, because you're going to pay interest on top of that original purchase price, further adding to your commitments and monthly payments and future obligations. Again, just because you have the monthly does not necessarily mean you can afford it. Also, if you do not have savings in an emergency fund, a true emergency can wipe you out and make you go into debt that you really, really do not want. Number 2, bad credit. This goes without saying because it can rack up some major extra interest charges over time, especially when it comes to mortgages and car purchases. Better credit, better interest rates, less lost opportunity on your money. And now that brings us to the number 1 financial blunder for young adults. Ready for this one? You've heard it before. Living the plastic lifestyle. Now, carrying a balance and living off of credit cards is the ultimate mistake for young adults. It's true. You effectively pay more for everything you buy. Not only are you paying for the price of the purchase, you're also paying, because you're carrying a balance, daily compounding interest on these purchases. Let me tell you guys this. If you get nothing else out of this video, listen to me. There is no investment or otherwise savings vehicle that can outpace the kind of interest that you are paying on these credit cards. It is so deadly. It is the ultimate mistake at any age. If you have any questions about the top 5 financial blunders or anything else I talk about on these videos, call or visit us online at www.kyledavisfinancial.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss something, and give this video a thumbs up if you learned something. Thanks for watching this edition of 5 Minute Finances. Financial wisdom in 5 minutes or less. Or in this case, 7 minutes or less, because I got 2 phone calls. So let me off the hook for this one.